Hello again. We are back in the laundry room today to talk about our clothing inventory. If you're new here, I am Emily, the Frogleymom. My husband Dave and I have been married 19 years and we have 12 children, ages 17 down to 1. This is how we do life with 12 kids.
Today we have some laundry to sort. If you want to learn more about our laundry routine, you can check out this video. We will talk about how many clothes we keep and how we do our clothing inventories and seasonal changeouts. We have a couple bags of clothes that were donated to us, so we're going to sort through those and I'll show you how we process that. And we have a fun secret to share about our laundry room. Every few months we do a clothing inventory. This is when we make sure everyone has what they need for the upcoming season and pack away off-season clothes. The best way we have found to do this is to, one at a time, have each child bring all of their clothes into the laundry room and add any clean clothes from these bins. Then we go through each type of clothing and make sure that they have the minimum amount of clothing that we have found works for our family. We use a checklist to keep track of what we have and what we still need, which I then use to create a shopping list. That minimum is one each of things like snow coats, jackets, sandals, church shoes, winter boots, tennis shoes, swimsuit, things like that. Then we have 2 complete church outfits, which includes any accessories like ties, belts, or tights that they wouldn't wear with other outfits. We make sure everyone has 3 pairs of pajamas, 4 bottoms, 6 tops, 8 pairs of underwear, and 10 pairs of socks. These are the minimum amounts of clothes that we have found work well with our family. Our kids, especially the boys, wear holes in socks really fast, so if they have fewer than 10 pairs of socks when we do a clothing inventory, we know it's definitely time to replace socks. 8 pairs of underwear is just in case we happen to go a week without doing laundry. Pajamas and pants can usually be worn multiple times, so even with these minimums, we can still technically go an entire week without doing laundry, though we do usually do laundry every day, and their clothes get through the wash in a day or 2. At one point, we did try to go down to only 4 outfits per person, and that ended up being way too hard. There were too many times when we had illnesses or just busy schedules and got behind on laundry, and no one had anything to wear, and it was not good. Once we have gone through and made sure everyone has the minimums, we also make sure every item of clothing is marked for them. You can see more about how we mark clothes in this video. We do allow our children to keep more than this, but I don't necessarily go out and buy them clothes if they already have the minimums. They're welcome to purchase clothes on their own, and our older girls do, as long as they meet all the guidelines for storing their clothing in their dressers and closets. You can see more about that in this video. We live in a wonderful neighborhood. Friends and family will often bring bags of clothes that they are done with so that our kids can go through them. This can be a wonderful blessing, but it can also be a source of stress sometimes. I have developed a system to process these things really quickly so that we can find what we can use and we can pass on the things that we don't actually need.
One of the things I found in that load of laundry was one more piece of some of our nativity costumes. It finally went through the laundry, so we're going to put that away. I have this awesome closet here in our laundry room, and this is where I store all of our holiday decorations. And that's done.
I haven't actually looked through any of this stuff yet, so I have no idea what we are going to find. But I hear that this duffel bag is full of winter gear like snow pants and snow coats, so I guess we'll see. The first step is to go through the bags and quickly pull out things that I would pull off the racks if I were shopping at the thrift store. If it's not a style we would choose, or if it's not in super great condition, I just let it go right away. Many years ago, when I had 3 and then 5 children, I did my best to keep all the clothing that we could. I felt that we were blessed with these clothes, so it was my duty to take care of these clothes. So I cleaned, sorted, and labeled everything, and I boxed it up. I had dozens of boxes full of children's clothing in various sizes. At the time, my oldest was about 4, so I had everything from about 5T down to newborn in both boys and girls. I had everything we needed, and I was doing my best to take care of it so we wouldn't need to purchase more clothes. At one point, I was prompted to consider donating these clothes. I realized that having these clothes labeled in boxes was not serving their purpose or serving other people. I figured that if I donated clothes to allow others to use them, then when I needed clothes again, maybe others would donate them back. I ended up setting a limit for myself of 1 file box per child of extra clothing that is off-season or too big. We have now done this for over 12 years, and we have never had issues running out of kids' clothes. I have learned to trust that God will provide. When we do have a need, we have always been able to find things inexpensive at thrift stores, or we have found extra room in our budget to purchase clothes, or we have been blessed with donations from others. We usually don't keep everything that people give us because often it is way more than we actually need. I treat this kind of like going shopping at a thrift store. I have basically pulled everything out that I think might work in the right sizes, in the right styles, but I'm not going to keep all of this. Instead, we're going to go back through and figure out what is the best of this that we actually need, and we'll put the rest back by sending it to the thrift store. Now that I've gone through this, I have a better idea of what's in there, so I'm going to go through this pile really quickly. I have 3 bags and this large pile of donations, so I'm going to take them downstairs to our garage because we have a large bin in the garage where we just stack all the donations until we are ready to haul them to the donation center. This pile had a lot more outerwear than I was anticipating, so I'm going to do a quick sort between things that go in our normal laundry and things that go in the garage with the snow gear. We ended up keeping 3 pairs of pants, 3 snow coats, and 3 winter hats. I do have some bins of outerwear in our garage. We have several black and yellow bins, 2 for snow pants, 2 for snow coats, 1 for snow boots, and 1 for winter hats and winter gloves. So we do have some extra snow gear that I'm willing to keep as long as it fits in those bins. We also kept a pair of hiking sandals, a pair of tennis shoes, a pair of earmuffs, a dress, and 2 shirts. For the rest of the extra clothes, we still stick to the 1 file box per person of things that they can grow into or things that are off season.
If Joseph outgrows something, I can immediately move it into Benjamin's box to wait until the next time we do a clothing inventory. If Lucy grows out of something, which almost never happens because she and Esther are basically the same size, but when they grow out of something, I can pass things down to the next child and put it in their box, or I can choose to donate it if their box is full or if I don't think the next child will wear it. As we were continuing to have children, I did allow myself to keep 1 file box per gender of baby clothes. So when Matthew was my youngest son, I kept 1 file box of little boy clothes that I could pass down to a future son. As Matthew got older and older, it became harder and harder to keep that box to only 1 box. But after a while, once they hit about 3T, they wear through their clothes so fast anyway that there wasn't really a whole lot left to keep. But once Gideon was born, since we know that he is our last, I am now limiting myself to only 1 box total of baby clothes. So I have that 1 box here, and I have kept a few things, not tons of things. Some of these are things like little church ties that I made for my boys that I wasn't ready to let go of. Some of them are special dresses that all of my girls wore. Sweet little outerwear for infants that are just kind of expensive, but these are also really cute and in really good condition, and I'm perfectly happy to hang on to them for grandbabies. As Gideon and Lucy and Esther outgrow their clothes, I do still check to see if there's anything that I want to be added to this box. but this box is my limit. So if it gets full and I find something cute new that I want to add to it, I have to get rid of something from this box. So now I get to share a fun little secret. These cubbies are hiding our file boxes. These cubbies are actually 2 shelving units deep. And in the back unit, we have a file box for each of the kids.
We shop from this box first before we go to the store when we recognize that a kid has a need. We have things like an extra pair of Sunday church pants that I bought on sale. We have a suit coat that was passed down from an older brother. We have some underwear that came in a multi-pack, way more than he actually needed. And we have some fun shirts that have been passed down from older brothers or from other donations.
This box also serves as a limit for us. If we were to get too many items for Benjamin, or if Joseph passed everything down to Ben and Ben didn't need it all right away and it got too full, that's a signal to us that it's time to donate some of those things. And we can go through that box and thin it out pretty quickly on just pulling out, he probably won't wear this. This is not the right size. It's waiting in the box too long for him. Those kinds of things. But I do have a shirt here that is likely the right size for Jacob, and Jacob might wear it, but he doesn't need it in his wardrobe right now. I know that he already has all the shirts and things that he needs, and because we always shop from these boxes first, I'm going to go ahead and just put this straight into Jacob's box, and when he does need a shirt, he can shop from that box, and this will be an option for him. This is a fun shirt that I can see Christine wearing for pajamas. So I'm actually just going to put that in her box. This dress is too small for Kathryn, Danielle, and Christine, and it's too big for Marie. So I'm going to check Marie's box and see if she has room. Her box is often really full. So let's check and see. Oh, she actually has quite a bit of room in here. She must have decluttered a lot of this. So I'm going to add this dress in here. I know it's already too big for her, so she won't be wearing it this year. And I don't mind keeping a few things, but we just don't need bags and bags and boxes of clothes. She even has some really nice jeans in here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I would love to know how many outfits your kids have and how you store extra clothes. Let me know in the comments, and have a great day.